Snowflake is the song where we're really discussing ideas of what I see in today's culture.
Warning, this video may offend you. Viewer discretion is advised.
So I hope no one gets offended. You could definitely disagree, and that's okay. If that's one of the main points, is that at some point along the way, we forgot that it's okay to disagree with each other without writing people off or using that as an aggressive battle and hating someone else, or just look, there's been a political ideology for quite a while now, and it just progressively has gotten worse, and I don't know what is making everyone so crazy, because at the end of the day, remember this: no matter what you hear, read, it's about you, your family and friends, your spirituality, whatever. That is what matters. Okay? So, when you're talking about the lyrics of Snowflake, how does it start? Cold, cold, colder. They told you the glow would save you. Snowflake break, melt for me. You can take that one or two ways. You can take it aggressively, uh, as you say, melt for me, snowflake break. Or you could say, you know, lighten up, right?
Cold, cold, colder. They told you the glow would save you. Snowflake break.
And then you go into, you snowflakes make me sick, tragic little children of a glitch, screaming at the shadows in your skin, scrolling for a god to pull you in. You're talking, really, I'm talking about just the social media ideas and those platforms and all this political ideology and everything kind of wrapped up into one thing, as far as like also the dopamine hits of getting on social media, TikToks, scrolling, and we are all guilty of that in some level. Um, it's a new thing, and we're all which is crazy for me. Some kids are born into that day and age now where they don't know what it was like before that, and that's wild. Because at least I feel like for the past generations, you could still kind of separate and go back mentally to, wow, I could still appreciate stuff that didn't have anything to do with social media trends and comments and likes and all that kind of ideas. And you could kind of separate, okay, this was fun for a little while, but this is reality. Okay. What is happening now is that those social media pages that people scroll through, that is their reality, and that's sad to me. So we're talking about that. Then you talk about raised by the blue lights lullaby. Fed another nightmare every time you cry. Truth is a razor, you call it hate.
Looking out at the mirror that you imitate.
Still sticking with that same vein of the thought. Just yeah, it's just that's why in the music video you see the actress scrolling through her phone, just chasing. Can't really do it. It's like outside in the snow, and you're just over there scrolling, not paying no mind to what's happening around you, nature and whatnot. Um, so then you go into the pre-chorus. Then you go into the second verse. Headlines twisting every lucid thought. Cold confusion taught like scripture in a fog. Um, so it's almost, this is getting a little bit on the spiritual aspect. So it's like you're worshiping these platforms, you're worshiping technology, devices, all that. Kids in class lost inside their skin. Um, that's wow. That's a touchy subject, right? Kids go through phases, and there is, obviously they're going through a lot of changes with puberty and whatnot, and you can have really wild thoughts of your identity. And I'm not pinpointing one specific thing. I'm not talking strictly about those who want to make transitions gender wise, but even in other aspects. Whether they want to let's go lighter, something not as heavy. And we can talk about whether they want to be a basketball star or a musician, right? You're trying to figure out who you are when you're breaking out from being, protected by your family, your parents, and then you go through these hormonal changes, this growth of wanting to identify yourself and figure yourself out. And what's scary is parents making decisions for children that could affect them forever without even seeing if that child will grow to understand, oh, this was just something I was going through mentally at that time. Please understand, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but that's what I see, and it's sad. You know, kids' brains are not fully developed. Kids are going through different feelings and emotions, and just be careful, okay? Influencers preaching like the prophets of the week. I feel like I'm actually kind of doing that right now, but I'm not trying to preach. I'm really just sharing what the song is about from my perspective, and what the hell do I know, right? My main concerns is technology brainwashing children, political ideologies causing the crazy tribal ways that people have become. I've heard both sides do and say stupid things. Participation trophies kind of bothers me too, because look, I was a kid that did get bullied some when I was when I was growing up and whatnot, and I was not good at sports at all. um and yeah, did it suck to be picked last for the team? Yes, but that builds character. For the ones who were naturally gifted or practice or both in sports, hey, they got that opportunity to show off and do their thing, and kudos to them. For the ones, sports ain't for everybody. Look, I wasn't good at sports. I went into music. I'm an artist. There you go. Just to say, oh, we're going to give you a participation trophy so your feelings don't get hurt. People, life is about being disappointed. So when the good times happen, you appreciate them more. For the ones who do excel and you see someone getting a participation trophy, that's kind of like a smack in the face. For the ones who get a participation trophy, well, then there's no reason to do any better. You're already getting rewarded, right? That really does fall very much in line with the Snowflake message, that everybody is just overly sensitive, and parents trying to protect their children at all costs, when the only way growth happens is when you fall on your face and you get back up. Period. So anyways, I know this was long-winded. I had a lot to say about this song. And I hope at some point we will start to wake up as a society. I don't know if it'll happen. I don't know if it's going to get worse before it gets better. I don't know if it's ever going to get better. I hope so. I pray so. But we'll just have to wait and see. This was Edrington. This was the meaning behind Snowflake. God bless y'all. I'm out.
Snowflake, a sound of the screen.